It's Monday, October 21st, 2024, and this is the Climate One audio newsletter. I'm producer Austin Colon.
And I'm producer Megan Basilia.
If you haven't heard our latest episode, it covers a big topic, how to dance with China. In the last 2 decades, China has made big commitments to renewable energy, and it's delivered. Last year, China installed more solar panels than the U.S. has in its history. Solar panel exports increased 38%, and lower prices have all but killed solar manufacturing in the US and EU. Chinese company BYD recently surpassed Tesla as the world's largest EV maker, with cars at just a fraction of the cost. This has leaders in the West fretting about competition, but isn't this good for the planet? How do we balance competition with global climate progress? Listen now on climateone.org or wherever you get your pods.
We have a very exciting event coming up. On December 9th, you can join us for a live recording at the Commonwealth Club with political scientist Leah Stokes, where she will be presented with the 2024 Stephen H. Schneider Award for Outstanding Climate Science Communication. Leah is an expert in climate and energy policy. As both an academic and a mobilizer, she focuses on implementing policies that drive widespread decarbonization. Her rare ability to communicate complex information to both academic audiences and the general public has established her as one of the most influential voices in climate action and clean energy policy. Recognized on the 2022 Time 100 Next and Business Insider's Climate Action 30 lists, she also co-hosts the podcast A Matter of Degrees. She'll join our host, Greg Dalton, live on stage at the Commonwealth Club in San Francisco on December 9th at 6 p.m. You can get tickets at climateone.org.
Here's what we're reading this week. Climate change causes floods in the Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert received more than a year's worth of precipitation in just 2 days last week, leading to extensive floods that reshaped the desert landscape. Rainfall of this intensity has not been seen for the last 50 years, but the World Meteorological Organization warned that climate change has destabilized the water cycle and made weather forecasting much more difficult than in decades past. One study found that carbon emissions have risen to such a point that the atmosphere is shifting, altering global wind and temperature patterns and leading to weather anomalies like floods in the Sahara. And while climate-fueled disasters affect us all, it is often those least responsible for rising temperatures, in this case Moroccan villagers, who suffer the most. Another consequence of the intensifying climate crisis is that we are increasingly dependent on extreme weather events to normalize living conditions. The depletion of the Sahara aquifer is a strong example. After years of drought and fears that the groundwaters were nearing extinction, the recent deluge led to record refilling of Moroccan and Algerian reservoirs. Early images from NASA show that Lake Iriki, which has been dry since the last Sahara rainstorm 50 years ago, is brimming with rainwater runoff.
Here are the other headlines we're keeping an eye on. From Politico. Why you don't hear the military arguing about climate change. From Canary Media. To meet U.S. nuclear goals, big reactors need to get built today, DOE says. From the New York Times. Meteorologists face harassment and death threats amid hurricane disinformation. From RMI. The Global South is in fact adopting clean tech faster than the Global North.
All right, let's connect the dots. Tech monoliths Amazon and Google each announced nuclear energy projects this week. Driven largely by the energy needs of generative artificial intelligence tools, tech companies are investing heavily in small nuclear reactors as the potential solution to the resource crunch posed by the proliferation of AI and data centers. Small modular reactors, or SMRs, are the latest forefront of nuclear energy. The design is so new that some in the industry are unsure if SMRs will ever be viable. To better understand the potential of miniature nuclear reactors, Climate One spoke with 3 leading nuclear scientists. Listen now to the episode titled The Nuclear Option on climateone.org or wherever you get your pods.
One more thing. Are you looking for a place to talk EVs, bike trails, and climate optimism? Then join the Climate One Discord. Not only will you have a place to hang out with fellow climate nerds, but you'll also see Climate One staff floating in and out as well, making our Discord server the perfect place for you to share your burning idea for a new episode of Climate One. You can find a link to join Climate One's Discord at climateone.org.
All right, and that's it for this week's Climate One audio newsletter.
Thanks for listening.